Hi guys, thanks for coming to Politics and Life. This is Jordan. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Today we are reacting to a new content creator that I haven't came across before. His name is The Bearing, and he is actually very detailed, and it's actually pretty funny how he goes through the debate in regards to Biden versus Trump. You already know my thoughts. Trump spanked Biden. Very detailed. Let's get into it. Please like, comment, hit that subscribe button.
I know right from wrong.
Making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system.
And I know how to do this job.
With the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with.
I know how to get things done.
Look,
I know, like millions of Americans know, when you get knocked down, you get back up.
Is that the same guy? Are we really going with that? And look, I don't want to be that person. I'm not going to start talking about the moon landing or lizard people. But come on, that's one day apart. Like, did he really just have a shocking day on debate day? And then he was all spry and energetic the next day? I just don't get it. It's like this Mays guy says, when the drugs kick in a day late. Anyway, I saw the debate like everyone else, and I was hanging out for some cope. I thought, this is going to be beautiful. This is going to be so juicy. And to be honest, we actually didn't get that much. All the analysts on CNN thought it was a train wreck. Hell, even Chunky Yogurt thought it was a train wreck. The only people who didn't were like Democrat people, you know? Like Kamala Harris, Joe's wife, Patrick Bateman from California, and this 16-year-old kid from I don't know where. I saw him on Piers Morgan Uncensored. So anyway, we're going to have
Harry Sisson is the epitome of cringe. He recently just called, because Trump got immunity today from the Supreme Court, which he has the right to because he's president, that they should pretty much assassinate Trump. These Democrats are going so extreme lately. It's crazy for their hatred for one man.
Have a look at them right after this sponsor. Which, I mean, that's not ominous and fucked up at all. Nothing to see here. Luckily, the Did anyone else kind of feel bad watching the debate? Because I've got to say, I did kind of. I mean, this guy clearly has dementia. He's old and he's feeble. I've got a neighbor who I help out from time to time.
The funniest part of the left is they'll always try to compare them and put them in the same category when we can see the stark difference. One can talk, one can't. One was just blabbering and making up stuff. The other one actually came with facts. Regardless, you want to say he lied. He didn't lie. First of all, I still have not heard one debunked lie that Trump supposedly said. Where Biden, on the other hand, everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie.
He's like 90 years old, and he's losing his marbles, and he's frail, and he's weak. And Joe Biden reminds me of him. He reminds me of my 99-year-old grandfather who died a couple of years ago, God rest his soul. This kind of seems mean. It's kind of like Weekend at Bernie's type stuff. Jill Biden, his wife's propping him up on stage. The rest of the high-level Democrats are propping him up in the media. And it just seems like he doesn't want to be there. Let him go and rest. Let him read his favorite books and eat ice creams. I mean, just look at the way Jill talks to him now.
I can't thank you all enough for staying and for being here and for all your support. Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts.
Look at him. It's like a kid waking up like to Christmas presents. He's just like so shocked and oh yeah, you answered all the questions. No shit, you should be able to answer the questions. You are the president of the United States. And actually, he wasn't able to answer every question. He didn't even make sense. He was bumbling the whole time, just making up shit as he went on. She's a disgusting human being to be pushing him out in this state of mind. It's disgusting.
You answered every question. Really? Is that what we're going with? Is that the bar? That's something I'd say to my 4-year-old. Oh, honey, you answered all the questions. Daddy's so proud of you. Well done. Good job. That's not something you say to the president in a congratulatory tone. Of course he answered all the questions. He was meant to win the debate.
And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do?
He's such an idiot.
Trump made more than 30 false claims during CNN's presidential debate. Far more than Biden. Biden made at least 9 false or misleading claims in the debate. So they both tickled the truth. But the orange man did it more than the corpse. I mean, I'm not going to go through all the fact checks. That's not my role here. But they both bent the truth. And this is a CNN article. So, I mean, come on. It's probably biased one way, don't you think?
Some within your own party are wondering if President Biden should even step aside. What do you say to that?
Listen, first of all, what we saw tonight is the president making a very clear contrast with Donald Trump on all of the issues that matter to the American people.
Okay, Kamala, love. There was nothing.
I didn't hear any policy talk in regards to Biden. I heard him lie once and talk about Medicare very briefly, and then pretty much just say everything Trump was saying is lies while bringing up supposed stuff Trump did in his past, which is also proven lies. Nothing came out of his mouth was the truth. And still, that's all they say. He's a threat to our democracy and all he does is lie. But they don't ever provide examples of it, what exactly he was lying about. And I'm still waiting.
Very clear about Joe Biden's performance. Nothing. I don't know what debate you were watching, but that just didn't happen.
Joe Biden is extraordinarily strong. And
I'm sorry,
that
on
cannot
substance
be
and
debated.
policy and performance tonight, I mean, the president's performance tonight clearly was disappointing for his supporters. CNN is reporting Democratic lawmakers watching the debate were worried about the president's performance. One said it was a disaster. Another called it a train wreck. Those are Democrats especially worried that Biden did not punch back on Trump's lies.
Listen, people can debate on style points.
Style points? What the fuck? Whose style is it to come out on stage like a zombie?
And now the left, including like Nancy Pelosi and Dan Goldman, are actually going kind of off on CNN, acting like their job was to host the debate and to live fact check every little thing they don't like that Trump said and to fact check him and pretty much talk over him. But Biden's okay. Everything he said is fine. Are you kidding me? These people think Americans, your typical middle Americans, are idiots.
And fumble through a whole 90-minute showing. That's not style, Kamala. That's dementia. I can't stand this woman's voice. I'm not going to go through more of this.
My colleague Alex Wagner is standing by right now with California Governor Biden surrogate Gavin Newsom. Alex, I cannot wait for this conversation.
So, what's the topic of discussion?
Governor, what was your reaction to what we saw on screen?
Well, not on the substance. He won the debate. I'm old school. I'm old fashioned. That's what matters to me.
Yeah, well, if you're old fashioned, I guess this is your style, isn't it?
Look,
For me, it was daylight and darkness. And I'm very proud.
I think they're going to be bringing out Newsom to be the replacement. That's just my pick. Newsom's an idiot. I live in California. He has done nothing for the state of California besides dump it into the ground and then spit on it. No, they have no one.
President's record, and I'm very proud for his vision of the future.
Let's talk about the substance, though, because I feel like on the signature issue that Democrats have, which is abortion, the president's response was garbled and undirected at best. Yeah. Do you feel like he did what he needed to do on an issue that could motivate voters in the polls?
I think it's significantly insignificant.
Yeah, it's pretty significant though, isn't it? I mean, in America, you guys vote for the guy, not the party. See, like in Australia and the UK, we vote for the party, and whoever the leader of the party is the prime minister. So apart from like impeachment, there's not much you can do, to my knowledge, to oust the president midterm. And do you really think he's going to be at peak performance in, say, 2 or 3 years? Come on, Patrick, open your eyes. Man, there's just something about Gavin Newsom that irks me.
He was probably a closet homosexual who did a lot of cocaine.
Back in 2022, I lost 2 very important people in my life. Big figures. It really wasn't until
I just have some breaking news. I have some breaking news for everyone. The Biden campaign spokesperson, Seth Schuster, says that Biden will not be exiting the race. There's no basis for that. Not only does POTUS not plan to drop out, Biden remains committed, incredibly, to a second debate in September. But we actually have now somebody joining us who is pro-Biden and thinks that he won last night. It's the TikToker Harry Sisson.
Yo, it's
the professional soy boy talks. We all know what we saw. They think we are stupid. We know what we saw. And we already know what Harry Sisson's going to come up and say, that Biden, he was sharp. He was the best debater ever, which is bullshit.
Dr. Harry Sisson, who looks like a 14-year-old ballerina. Seriously, what substance can this kid add to the conversation?
You think Biden won last night?
1%.
Yeah, no, I did, definitely. On the substance of the conversation, Biden won. His policy was pragmatic, it was logical, and Donald Trump just lied the entire time.
I guess his policies were pragmatic depending on your political stance. He certainly wasn't logical, and according to CNN, they both lied a lot.
Right, but the problem you've got is
the problem is they say that Trump lied just as much, but they will never exactly tell you what it was that he lied about. But with Biden, we can go through comment after comment, which he actually barely even was able to speak straight comments at all.
CNN fact checkers on Joe Biden's public statements last night, and it was just untruth after untruth after untruth.
Oh, I'm not sitting here I'm not sitting here telling you that Joe Biden tells the truth every single time he speaks, or that he gets every single number right and every single statistic right.
He gets most of them wrong.
That's not true. To compare Joe Biden's lies to Donald Trump's lies is laughable.
My guy lies less than the other guy. My bike's better than yours. My dad could beat your dad up. I mean, come on, kid.
Lying doesn't win debates.
Yeah, but the problem is, if you're going to use lying or misleading the public with statements against a candidate, you've got to make sure your own candidate speaks with unforked tongue. I mean, Biden, barely a week goes by without him saying something which is immediately proven to be untrue. I mean, only like 2 weeks ago, he was claiming that his uncle was shot down and eaten by cannibals.
That is true.
That was funny, that one. He did say that. His uncle was shot down over Papua New Guinea or something, and he sort of implied that he was eaten by cannibals, which totally didn't happen. But anyway, I don't intend to make a Let's Go Trump video. That's not my intention here. My point is to show the few lefties hanging on by a thread, absolutely coping and seething over this performance. And they are few and far between, as we've seen.
There's nothing about that debate last night that makes me worried about Joe Biden's capacity to do his job as president for the rest of this term or for the following term should he win re-election. I've seen people on Twitter and various other social media platforms this morning, and I'm talking about people on our side, Democrats, progressives, etc., not Republicans, trying to do a victory lap or, trying to twist the knife. People on our side who are not only panicking politically, not only saying, well, Biden should step down and be replaced on the ticket for political reasons because they're worried that he might not be able to win election. That's a different matter. They're saying that he should step down because the debate demonstrates that he's not fit to serve as president right now. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not ridiculous, Steve. He's not fit to serve as president right now. And pushing him along like we've seen.
This is just embarrassing. Again, these people think we're stupid, and it's very insulting. Very, very insulting.
And his wife do, like we've seen Kamala Harris do, like we've seen Patrick Bateman do. He's just mean. It's almost elder abuse. Let the guy retire. Let him sit out in the yard under a tree reading books, eating ice cream, like I said. It's just mean at this point. Anyway, I just wanted to chuck some of this stuff together because I found it interesting. I'll leave you with a depiction of how I saw the debate. I've already uploaded this video, but in case you haven't seen it.
President Biden, did you shit your pants just now?
I didn't. Everybody knows it. I've never heard so much malarkey in my whole life. He's the only one who thinks that, I think. I don't know anybody else who thinks he's a great.
President Trump, both you and President Biden have now both farted on the debate stage.
Like this much. It's insignificant.
159 presidential scholars voted him the worst president in the history of the United States of America.
They rate me one of the best, okay?
What do you say to voters who feel they are worse off under your presidency than they were under President Trump?
The only terrorist who's done anything crossing the border is one who came along and killed three, under his administration, killed an al-Qaeda person come in his administration.
President Biden, nobody has any fucking clue what you are saying.
President Biden, we do ask that you refrain from both verbal and rectal diarrhea.
That's rectal diarrhea. Oh, I can't stop laughing right now. I guarantee that's what really happened in France when he was taking that little squat and people were saying he was sitting on a chair. We all know he's shitting his diaper. That's nothing new. He does it every occasion.
For the duration of the debate.
This is horrible what's taken place. He should apologize to me right now.
President Biden, a record number of migrants have illegally crossed the southern border on your
I come
watch.
from Scranton, Pennsylvania. I come of household where the kitchen table, if the things weren't able to be met during the month, it was
President Biden.
Oh, by the way,
Former President Trump, the question all Americans want answered is, are you good at golf?
I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart. He can't hit a ball 50 yards.
I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6.
BS.
But I had, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Okay, let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
21
turn.
Let's not act like children.
President Biden, inflation has slowed, but prices remain high. Since you took office, the price of essentials has increased. Okay, gentlemen, we seem to have an underpants malfunction. I think we'll leave it there. Thank you both for your time.
All right, thanks very much for watching. Let me know what you think in
This is how bad the standards have been lowered. I'm not going to put them in the same category. Trump's obviously a lot better. It's night and day. But Biden, holy crap, he's just like a walking, talking zombie. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that live. Please like, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a good day.